to episode 20 of the Pound for Pound show. Still doing it somehow. Love it. So my name is Philip. Joining me as always is Ben and Russ. How are you guys doing today?
Great. Fantastic, Phil.
Good.
How are you?
I am outstanding. It's the weather has been incredible, so it's hard for me to complain. So
yeah, it's unfortunate because you're supposed to do the Frozen Lake Challenge. So
I'm aware. So we're gonna remedy that. So we're gonna take on for anybody who only tunes into the show to watch us do stupid things. Since it is unseasonably warm here, I'm going to take on a different challenge because it wouldn't be, I wouldn't feel right. I'd feel like I was welching on a bed if I jumped in a lake when it was like 50 degrees. That doesn't seem like the way to go. So I will spin the wheel again, come up with a different bet, a different debt to pay, even though I feel like I shouldn't have to because it's all in a technicality. It's all Aljo's fault. I should be able to jump in a 50-degree lake, but I have integrity, unlike Aljo. I'm going to do it right. So
yes.
With that being said, let's briefly touch on the card from last week. As we talked about last week, there wasn't a ton to really talk about, but I mean, obviously a little bit of controversy in that main event. So Russ, I'll let you touch on it first. Leon Edwards, Bilal Muhammad ended unceremoniously with an eye poke, and Bilal, I was pretty sure, was going to die right in the cage. So but you break it down, let us know what you saw.
Leon was looking great after having that long layoff. He looked like he had no rust and looked like he was going to be a legit contender. But now we're back at like a standstill, like nothing changed now because now he has to probably run that fight back, even though he looked like he was probably going to either finish him or coast to a unanimous decision. But that eye poke was super violent. I mean, the fight had to end. There was no really selling about it. You know what I mean? Like you cannot continue when you're missing an eye. So. Right. It's just an unfortunate situation, that happened in the main event. That hurts.
Yeah.
I hate to see it.
Yeah. Russ, you said it perfectly. What else is there to say? That didn't do anything for either fighter. Props to Bilal for stepping in on 3 weeks. They'll probably run it back. They owe that to Bilal, even though Russ, like you said, he was probably going to get finished. It looked like he was going to get finished probably. He's getting pieced up. But they need to run that fight back. Phil, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Again, I don't know. There's really not much else to say about the fight. I think you guys covered it, but it will be interesting to see what they do next because Leon seems to think that he doesn't need to have that rematch, probably because, again, he was well in control of that fight pretty much the whole time. I was impressed with Bilal's wrestling. Leon got pretty deep on him a couple times and couldn't get him down. But it looked like Leon was in full control of the fight. So I can kind of see where Leon's coming from. But he seems to think he earned himself a title shot. And I don't know that you can eye poke your way to a title shot unless you're John Jones. So yeah. I don't know that he's, I agree with you, Ben. I think you have to run it back when you have a fight that has an inconclusive ending, regardless of how it was going. I think running it back is the only option, but it'll be curious to see, especially because as we'll talk about briefly, the champ is tied up now and I don't really know what else there is for Leon. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. There really isn't much else to say about it. So unfortunate, feel bad for Bilal. He stepped in on short notice and lost an eye, for his trouble. So I hope he recovers soon. Hope he's doing well. And I hope they get to run that back and he gets another shot at it. So, or at least gets another high profile fight because he deserves it for stepping in on short notice.
Right.
And literally giving an eye for the UFC.
So. Yeah.
So, and then just real briefly, we'll touch on a couple fights. I think we got to touch on Ryan Spann and Dan Ige. They both looked super impressive with some big finishes. I'll turn it on. Ben, what did you see? And, anything you want to comment on either one of those fights?
Yeah. I mean, both looked great early on. I thought Serkinov was going to take it to Spann, but Spann just stepped up his game for that fight, man. And Ige finished it in, how long was that fight?
22 seconds, I believe it was.
That is crazy. Yeah. Ige's up there with the top level up there. That he's got a bright future and he's got a big fight coming up. So we'll see. Russ?
Yeah, it was a great shot. You love to see a walk-off KO. It's just a beautiful thing to see. And I love the nickname 50K Dan Ige, and to live up to it and get the 50K right. Bonus. Beautiful thing. That was the highlight of the night for sure.
Yeah. Cool. Just a couple things real quick. Just a quick announcement that I'm sure you guys saw today. They added, they announced the Kamaru Usman Jorge rematch for UFC 261. So we've got another 3 title fight, huge card So 261. Obviously, we won't get too deep into it because then we wouldn't be able to do a preview show in a few weeks. But that should be a huge one with 3 title fights that all 3 of them have the potential for some fireworks. So I hope you guys excited about that one.
Yeah,
Very much so. Do you guys want to fly down to Jacksonville? It's a full arena.
Yeah, there is no chance.
Let's get in there. Full arena, no mask. Let's party it up.
I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good, man.
That
You
is
guys are party poopers.
You go ahead and then just go ahead and we'll quarantine away from
I don't
you.
want to go by myself. I want to let's have a
You'll
party.
have 45,000 other diseased mutants to freaking party down with.
We'll get the vaccine and then go, huh?
I would go if I had somebody to go with me. I don't need no vaccine. I'm a Floridian at heart.
I'm already like this close to just getting like a full blown hazmat suit like Charlie in the quarantine episode. And It's Always Sunny. Like, I already come in contact with more humans than I care to. So,
But yeah, it's going to be awesome. 3 title fights and a full arena. I'm just looking forward to the whole atmosphere. It's going to be cool.
it should be fun. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm not too crazy about that Usman Masvidal rematch because from what we've seen in the first fight, Usman's just going to do the same thing. And I mean, unless that was because George took that on short notice, you know what I mean? But the other 2 women's fights are going to be just bangers. That's going to be a banger of a card altogether.
It certainly should be. I don't have a, we obviously we won't dig too deep into it because we'll have plenty to talk about then. So we won't play our hands now, but yeah, it definitely 3 intriguing matchups that we will dig deeper into on a future episode. So, and then news that literally I did not even get into, Ben broke it to me at the beginning of this is Paulo Costa is out of his fight with Robert Whittaker. And it sounds like Kelvin Gastelum's going to step up on short notice, put the coronas away, and he's going to get in there and he's going to fight Whittaker. And that should be another really entertaining fight. So excited to see that one. So
can't wait for that one. Yeah.
Should be a good one. So, well, cool. Real quick. We'll talk about the Holland Brunson card and then Russ will break down some best bets and we'll let the people get back to their evening. So, Russ, why don't you let us know Kevin Holland, Derek Brunson, what do you see going down? Who do you see winning that fight and how?
I think it's a pretty good matchup, pretty even. Derek Brunson's beaten he's been there a long time and he beats it seems like everybody that's unranked that he fights, but gets smashed by every top dude. Like he's fought all the top guys. He's fought Jacare, Izzy, Anderson, Whittaker, Yoel, smashed by all of them. But then he wins all his fights against unranked dudes. So he's kind of, just not elite, And
Right.
Holland, he's won his last 5 fights in the last year. All 4 of them out of 5 were finishes. He's our COVID MVP. So I like Holland in the fight. I think he'll get it done. I think this might be the step that puts him up to that elite status. Maybe work his way up to a contender. It's a main event, but I don't know. Yeah, Holland I like for the victory, but I don't know. It's not an incredibly exciting fight for me, but
yeah.
You
main
can
event,
Brunson
so-
a gatekeeper if you want. That's what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
Well, he is. I mean, if you look at his record through the whole thing, it's like every top dude he's fought, he's gotten smashed by, not just beat, finished. And then, he beats all the other guys, but I mean, he did derail the Shabazian hype train last time out. So
He did.
maybe
Maybe he'll derail the Holland hype train, huh?
you could see. Yeah.
No, I agree with you, Russ. I think Holland's got so much momentum going that he's gonna be the stronger fighter in there. Even though Derek Brunson has the better resume. He's fought the top competition for year after year. Even though he hasn't beat the top competition, but he's beat some names. He's beat Machida. He's beat Shabazian, a few others that I can't remember, but he's beat some good competition. But yeah, Holland's just got so hot right now. I think Holland's so his confidence is so high that he's going to win that's going to win him the fight. Phil?
I think it's, I agree with everything you said, but it's just a step up in competition for Holland. So it's definitely his opportunity to go out and showcase himself against a ranked guy. And like you said, work his way up to because if he wins this fight convincingly, he can probably score a fight with one of those top 5 guys and, be right there. So we'll have to see how he does against some increased competition. And I'm sure Brunson will want to play spoiler like he did last time. So it'll be interesting. We haven't seen anyone, and Brunson does have the ability to, I guess we'll just, no nice way to suck the life out of a fight. I could, he could very easily just pin Holland to the cage and hold him down and things like that. So hopefully we'll see how well Holland deals with that.
Yeah. Cool.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Cool. Any other fights on that card you guys wanted to touch on?
Not a one.
Not really. There's a few fighters on there that I like to watch. Like it could be one of those surprise cards that looks like trash and could deliver. Like Gregor Gillespie's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like he was tearing crap up until was it Kevin Lee wrecked
Oh,
him?
that was fun
His
to watch.
first
too.
fight in like 2 years, right?
Yeah. So
It was fun to watch too, but for a different reason.
yeah, I like him. I like Tuivasa's on there. So there's some fun fighters to watch, but nothing that are gonna knock your socks off. It's just
Have you ever
no.
disliked an Irish fighter?
No, I mean I did my 23andMe. I'm like 60% Irish. What do you mean? Yeah.
I think every time you talk about that, you're 60% something, but it's always something different.
I swear to God, the Irish goes up every time. I swear.
Yeah.
To God.
Oh yeah. I'm a couple percentage points each time. More Irish and a little bit more South African. You know?
East African.
Rooting for my boys in Ganu and Kamaru.
We might need to like
0.3% East African. The Hammond
this is
family.
going to have to be like, we're going to have to see these test results live on the air because I feel like you're spreading some fake news here.
We'll post it next time.
Let's see the
I
birth
got him.
certificate.
Okay.
Let's see the birth. I'm a birther conspiracy person. No, let's see it. Don't buy it. Ben,
Irish and African. You can see it, you know?
You can see it.
Yeah, you do. You do. I always think that when I see Russ. And the first time I saw Ngannou, I was like, this guy kind of looks like Russ.
Tomorrow's our big holiday. St. Patrick's Day, baby.
Okay. Well, you guys have a good time with that.
We're going to go out and get in some COVID parties and drink some green beer. It's going to be
Let's
a
do
party.
it, man.
Two things that very much sound like you.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, we are to that point now, Russ. And now, why don't you tell us, like, after once people are coming down from celebrating the holiday, how they can win some money on Saturday?
There's not a lot to bet on this week. And last week, okay, let's cover last week first. It was 0-1-1, so no wins. We got a loss on Gloria DePaulo against Jin Yufrey, garbage loss, and then a push on the
main event.
Leon, yeah, push. The bet was voided because it was a DQ, so nothing exciting there. Even though I had the bet by decision, and it looked like it was going to be a loss because Leon was going to finish. So a push is better than a loss. 0-1-1. For this coming week, I'm taking Kevin Holland minus 175. I think he'll get the job done. I think this is a big moment for him. His first main event. Hopefully he gets it done. And Tai Tuivasa against Mays. I'm taking the fight doesn't go to decision minus 165. That's just the two for this week. We're gearing up for the following week.
Yeah. The big one.
Francis, baby. I cannot wait.
It's going to be a great one.
Yep. It just a couple small bets this week. Just get a little action going on the weekend. You know, there's going to be all the basketball you can bet on. March Madness.
It's going to be betting mania. Have you ever been to Vegas for March Madness, Russ?
I went for like 3 years straight. The first weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. I was there 1 year for like the Sweet 16 round. It was insanity.
Yeah, I was making it a tradition until one time I went there and lost like my house and then had to dial it back for a little while. And now like this year's obviously not really like much of an option. I know people are still going. It just doesn't seem fun. You know what I mean? There's no shows. Restaurants are like very limited. It's just, I'll wait until they open up. Get back in.
Agreed. Yeah. And besides I love Vegas, but you run the risk of catching something being there anyway. So it's certainly not a time you really want to. You don't want to gamble.
You're right.
I gamble with a lot in Vegas. I don't want to gamble with my health. So
yeah, no, hell no.
But yeah, I can't wait so we can go back. So
Phil, question: are you gonna spin that wheel on this show? Are you gonna respin?
I'll spin it right now if you guys want.
All right,
I'll spin the wheel.
Spin.
Yeah, just anytime we can spin the wheel. So. Let's do it. And then obviously if I land on Jumping Frozen Lake again, because that's what it's sitting on, I just will spin again.
Yeah.
If you land on it again, it's destiny and you got to fly to Alaska. Jump in.
Yeah.
I'd probably just drive up into Canada and do it that way. I don't think I'm flying to anywhere. I'm not flying anywhere during this pandemic, but all right, you guys ready for some wheel action here?
Let's do it.
Yes.
The Cool Hand Luke challenge.
Oh wow!
yes.
Like both me and Ben have to
Bill,
do.
you and I can do it together, man.
I'm in.
I say let's do it during the Francis Stipe.
Let's do it,
Pay-per-view.
man.
Are you sure you want to be around me and Ben when we both put ourselves through that?
I want to
And we
witness
have
it
to
for
smell
sure.
that fruit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll be able to get the fruit by then. I might have to have that thing shipped. I don't know anywhere I can buy it.
Yeah, I'll have to inquire. So
I'll get it shipped in here. We'll get it.
Yeah.
all right.
Sweet.
Well, yeah.
All right.
And just so you guys, I like to do things for integrity purposes. I want it to be on camera.
And Luke
Cool.
challenge, there it
God.
is.
You think you can do that, Phil? That's a ton, man.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but I do like to eat a lot, and I do like eggs. So, like, I secretly, like, once you guys suggested, I was like, I kind of hope I get to do that one day. Like, it's been something I've considered because I love that movie. I've thought about doing it like as like a leisure project. So I'm kind of excited to give it a shot. So,
Nice.
but I've been eating pretty light, so I'm not in like a full blown like winter bulk like I should have been. So I don't know that I haven't been training for eating that many eggs like I should, but
Haven't been doing your Joey Chestnut training, expanding
Yeah.
the stomach.
I know I need to. But yeah,
Yeah.
if you guys want to tentatively plan, that'll be the deal. We'll record it live at the Stipe Francis card.
That sounds good. I might as well do the cinnamon challenge there too. I mean, we'll get them all out of the way.
It's gonna be a rough night for you, man.
Oh hell yes, it will.
Yeah.
I'll do one at the beginning of the night, one at the end, maybe something like
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if you should do both in the same night.
I
Yeah,
do.
probably
I,
not.
I think you should put the cinnamon right on the eggs to season.
I know, I
them
know.
Down.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Brutal.
I
Yeah,
like.
whatever.
Well, one thing, like I said. Oh, Russ, did you give us all your picks?
Yeah, I just had the two, just
Okay.
two small bets. We're focused on March Madness this week, and
Mm-hmm.
then looking forward to the big card.
Fair.
That's
Awesome. Well, obviously, this being a fight show, we would be remiss. We have to quickly mention, obviously, a few days ago, frickin' Marvin Hagler passed away, which sucks massively. Like, that dude was so awesome. For those of you that are not boxing fans, you've probably heard this already, but do yourself a favor and go back and watch the Hearns Hagler fight. Considered by many to be the greatest fight, or at least round one, the greatest round of fighting in history. Like, I watched it. Actually, I had watched it just a couple weeks ago. It popped up in my recommended feed. I watch it anytime I get a chance because it's truly unbelievable. It's like watching a real life Rocky movie. So I absolutely recommend going back and seeing it. It's truly unbelievable. And it's a huge bummer. So, he was only 66. Huge bummer.
Yeah.
So
Sucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he was awesome. It's a bummer.
Absolute
But with that
legend.
being said, yeah, and then some. His commitment to fitness and domination was crazy. So, but with that being said, we will let everybody get on out of here. We will see you guys next week for the recap of this card, and then we will talk about the big heavyweight title fight coming up. So that'll be, and then we'll probably get some more bets going on. So
Yeah.
we could be stacking bets on bets on bets. So
Yep.
I like it. That's how we do it. So with that being said, we will
All
see
right.
you guys later. Have
Thanks
a good
for
one.
watching.
One last thing. Love that Danhausen.
Yeah.
We'll
Very
see you
nice.
guys.
next
very
week.
evil.